Hello everybody, today I'm going to show you how you can build a creeper farm for Minecraft Bedrock Edition. This creeper farm is going to be able to give you at least around 500 gunpowder per hour, which is really great. It's a really simple tutorial. You can build it early game as well as it is also very tileable. So you can build a small one and then you can build off of the existing one later and increase the size really easily without having to actually tear it down or anything like that. You can just continue building and adding onto it really simply. I'm showing that in the tutorial as well near the end. Anyways, the materials list for this is down in the description box below. And anyways, for your convenience, let's get right in. So let's get right in, shall we? Okay, so the first thing you want to do is just pick an area where you want to build your farm. It doesn't matter where, but if you want to try building it over an ocean, then that might help with your spawn rates. Stuff like that definitely will help with your spawn rates if you want to do that. Anyways, wherever you want to start building, what you are going to want to do is place down 4 pistons in a manner like so. 1, 2, 3, and 4, so that they're all 1 block apart, just like this. Then what you want to do is you want to place an observer, just like this, against each piston. It's like so. That's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now about the placement of these observers, you want to make sure that you can see their faces. As you can see, you can see the faces. If you're not sure, then just make sure that the arrow on top, as you can see there's an arrow, you want the arrow on top to be pointing towards the pistons. Then what you can do is place some redstone torches. Place 1 against each piston, just like so, and that's the 4th one. And now this is going to start infinitely turning around in a loop. So now what you want to do is you just want to grab your trident and then you want to hold it and you just want to throw it in there just like so. As you can see, now the trident will start getting pushed around just like that, and that's exactly what we want. I can spawn a creeper in there for a second, and then you'll see what's going to happen. As you can see, the creeper is getting automatically killed. It took 3 hits. Now we're going to make the creepers fall down first so they can get killed in just 1 hit. So that's going to be a lot better. Anyways, now that we have that sorted out, you can grab a lever and you can place it on whichever piston you want. You want to make sure you place it on the back of the piston, and this is going to be the front area of your farm. Then you can flick it, and that'll just turn off the farm temporarily. And if you flick it again, you can turn the farm on again. Anyways, I'll turn that off for now. As you can see by me, there's a bit of gunpowder in the middle. I can jump in and collect that, but as you can see, the trident will disappear. And you need to make sure that you don't come too close, because if you do collect the trident, you'll have to rethrow it and you'll wear down its durability. Whilst the trident is in the trident killer, no durability whatsoever will be used, which is great, so you don't need to worry about the trident ever breaking. Anyways, now you can come over to the observer and place a piece of glass on that. This can also be a solid block, but I like to look inside. And then you can come over to this piston, crouch, and place a bottom half slab. Now you can AFK here, and the reason why we have a bottom half slab is so that once we place blocks above, so blocks above here, just like so, which you can do right now, you can still collect the XP that is dropped. Because that's what's so overpowered about Trident killers. If you kill mobs with them, you actually get EXP while still being AFK. I'll link it entire video I have dedicated to Trident killers down in the description. Anyways, what you can do now is just build a 2-high wall around the entire outside of your Trident killer, just like this. There we go. Make sure to fill in these corners as well. It's pretty important. Now, since Trident killers are in theory a bug, it's definitely important to do that. Then what you next want to do is also just fill in this entire area. So we technically have a 2-thick wall. You might think it's a bit excessive, but you know, as I said, Trident killers are technically a bug. They're not supposed to work, even though Mojang has said that they're not going to patch them. But that means that some glitches might occur, and you don't want any mobs glitching through the walls. Making the walls like this will definitely prevent that from happening. Anyways, you can do what I just did and place some blocks around the outside of this, just like so. Then what you can do is count up 16 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, all the way to 16 over there. And then you can build up these walls until they're all 16 blocks high, just like I'm doing right now. Great. And now if you've done that step, you should have a chute, which goes all the way down to the bottom, and you should be able to see your Trident killer down there. Anyways, what you can do is you can just fill in each of these corners just like so, and then you can grab some blocks and build out from over here. You want to build out 8 blocks. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You want to make sure that you build out from this middle area so that it will be in total 9 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. As you can see, we've done that on this side. You also want to make sure that it's in the middle and not like this. Anyways, then you can do that on each side again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, etc., etc., etc. Build that out on all 4 sides. Once you have one of these arms on each side, what you can do is you can go ahead and place 4 blocks on the edge of each of these sides. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. So 2 on the middle, just like so, and then 1 on this side and 1 on the other side. Let's do that again on the last one. There we go. And if you want, you can break and reclaim these blocks you had under here. It's only 8, but if you want to do that, then go ahead. Anyways, once you've done that, you want to build a wall, just like this. There we go. You want to build a, well, not really a wall, more of a rim around the outside, just like this. There we go. Making sure you fill in these corners over here. That's very important. Very nice. Just like that. And then you want to just do that on all 4 sides. And then once you've finished doing that, you can do the exact same thing, but then just 1 block higher. So make sure to build it all up 1 block higher. Now that you have done that, these will be the sort of chambers, I guess, we will collect the creepers in. So what you can do is you can place 2 water sources in each chute, just like this. There we go. And now the water should perfectly flow over to the middle. It shouldn't flow all the way down. If it does, that means you haven't counted correctly. Anyways, now the next thing that you guys are going to want to do is just come over here and fill in these platforms completely. Just fill in these platforms. Actually, you can leave out 1 block. So the outmost part, you can leave that and just fill the platforms in like this. As I said, you can leave this last block. You don't need to do that. If you want to, then go ahead. That's fine. It will make the farm look a bit better, but in theory, you don't need it. Once you have done this on all 4 sides, what you can then do is go ahead and place trapdoors along these edges and then go ahead and close them. Do the same thing again. Again, everywhere you want to do that, place trapdoors, close them, and fill in these platforms. Now you should end up with something like this. Well, actually, you should end up with this, unless of course you're using a different type of block than me. Anyways, there's trapdoors on all the sides, they're all closed, and the blocks platforms have been filled in. So that's great. Once you have done that, you can go ahead and build up the wall around this. Just go ahead and build up the wall around it. There we go. Very nice. Then once you have built up this wall, which I'm going to have in a second, what you can then do is then go ahead and make it too high, because creepers are too high and they're going to spawn in here. So does your wall need to be too high? Anyways, once you've done that, there's a few more preparations you need to make inside of here before we can close it off. Number one is you want to grab some green carpets. Green carpets. You want to grab carpets. Any carpets, although this step is technically optional, I do highly recommend it. You can use any carpets. You can also use moss carpets if you want. And what you can go ahead and do is just place a carpet and then skip 2 blocks. Actually, you can go like this. Place a carpet. You want to place 4 carpets on each square, just like this. You want to go in 2 blocks and then place a carpet, and then skip 2 blocks and place some more carpets so that it looks just like this. You might be wondering why I'm placing the carpets, and if you know maybe quite a bit about Minecraft and mob spawning, then you'll know that creepers can't actually spawn on these carpets. They won't be able to spawn here. So you might be wondering why I'm doing this. Well, this is to prevent spiders from spawning. Creepers can still spawn here. In theory, spiders can too, but by placing these carpets, you eliminate almost all of the spider spawns while still keeping most of the creeper spawns, thus making this farm more efficient. So yeah, that's that. Once you've got those carpets in, you want to get some cats. This step is in theory also optional, but I highly recommend it. It's going to improve your rates drastically. So what you can do is just get some cats up here with bubble elevators or boats or mine carts, anything like that. What you want to have is just 2 cats, and then you can breed them as much as you want. So here I have a cat. I'm going to befriend it, and for the maximum efficientness, you want to make it in this corner. Why, you may ask? Well, creepers are scared of cats, and the cats in the corners will scare the creepers away. The creepers will be scared and will walk off to this edge, which makes the chance more likely that they're going to walk off into here. Without the cats, creepers will also eventually wander off and walk into here, but the cats just push them a bit further and make them wander into there a lot faster. So it's really useful, and I definitely recommend it, although you will, of course, have to go through a bit of trouble of getting all the cats up here. Anyways, once you have done that, you've got cats in 4 corners, got the carpets. What you want to do is you just want to fill in the roof. So go like this, you can have 1 block and then you can just fill in the entire roof. You can also fill in the roof on top of this area if you like. You don't need to, so that's why I'm not going to, but you can if you want. Something that is important though is to make sure that this area is still technically accessible to you, even if that does mean you have to break blocks to get in, because in a second we'll still need to have to get into the farm for 1 or 2 things. I said 1 or 2 things, actually just 1 thing, but that 1 thing is kind of big. So you can break your way into the farm anywhere you want. Preferably, if you're in survival building this, don't drop down and out. Anyways, you'll notice it's gonna be really dark in here, and that's great. That's exactly what we want for these creepers to spawn. The only reason it's light is because I made a little hole so I can get in. If you're in survival, you can place a few temporary torches to light it up for yourself, so you can see a bit better. But because I'm in creative, I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna give myself some night vision. There we go. Beautiful. Now I've got night vision and it looks like there's a lot of light in here. Then what you need to do is, this is probably the most tedious part, is you're just going to want to place a trapdoor on top of every block of the roof. Every single block you want to place one trap door, just like this. It's going to be really tedious. You don't need to place them above the water streams. Do be careful how you do this, because you can't walk under the carpets and the trap doors, so you want to watch out for that. You know, yeah, so you don't want to accidentally trap yourself or something, because you need to break a bunch of trapdoors again. Anyways, once you have filled in the trapdoors for an entire area, just like this, boom, 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 boom. Very nice. If you're in survival, what you can do is you can just open up two more trapdoors, just like so, and then you can walk across. Make sure to close them again, and then just continue with the next area for placing trapdoors. I have now placed in all the trapdoors I wanted to, and I can close this up. Beautiful, that's that done. We're gonna come back to it though, so don't just leave it. Anyways, heading back down here for a tiny bit, what you want to do is you can just place a torch down here because it is going to get a bit dark. If you want the rates of your farm to be better, then run around and place torches everywhere to prevent mobs spawning on the ground, or place slabs everywhere as well. That's also fine. What you just want to do is we're going to build up the collection system for this farm. So you can dig down to build this. What you want to do is just come over here and dig down 1, 2, 3 blocks. Then once you're underground, you can dig forward 1, 2, 3 blocks, and then dig out this little part here as well, just like this. Beautiful. That's going to allow you to get underneath this farm, right? Then what you want to do is you can clear out a bit more area actually. That's fine. Then you can just place down a double chest, preferably just like so. I do recommend a double chest because it stores more items. Then you can add a hopper. Crouch and place a hopper. I'm just going to break this block and head into the void for a second so I can show you. Make sure that this nozzle of the hopper is facing into the chest. That way you know for sure that the items will show up in the chest. To check that, you can throw a random item in and that item should end up in the chest. Anyways, the next thing you can do is crouch and place a rail on top of the hopper, and then place a minecart with a hopper in it on top of that rail. What that minecart with hopper is going to do is it's going to allow us to collect items through those blocks over there. So you see those blocks, this hopper minecart is going to be able to collect blocks through them. Anyways, what you can then do is, you're probably not going to be in a flat world, so you can go down a little bit. I'm on a flat world, so I can't really go down. Anyways, you just want to go down a little bit, and then from underneath, you should easily be able to break the rail which the hopper minecart is standing on. If you don't go down underneath, it's going to be near impossible to break the rail. So just go underneath. Then what you can do is you can just place 2 slabs over here just like that, and if you want to be safe, replace that slab with a block over there. You can just fill this in if you want. What that's going to allow us to do is block off the hopper minecart so it can't really be moved. while still allowing us to access the chest where all our gunpowder will be collected. Then to get out, you can just place a ladder or make stairs, do anything you want. That's absolutely fine. Now, in theory, your farm is pretty much finished, but you need to decide one thing. Is one layer enough for me? So we've got one layer over here, and for a lot of people, this might not be enough. This isn't going to supply you with that much. So if it isn't, then what you're going to want to go ahead and do is break some blocks of the roof, just like this. It might seem a little bit dramatic, but hear me out. So what you want to do, you just want to break a few of these blocks of the roof. Yeah, and these blocks are going to be the blocks which are above the water streams, right? And then once you have done that, you can do the exact same as you were doing before. So place 2 blocks on each of these areas, just like this. Beautiful, very nice. Then you can, I'll just show it with one of these 4 areas, and just as a demonstration. So you can build up the edge around the outside, just like so. Beautiful, got the edge just like you did down there. Then you can grab some trapdoors, then place some trapdoors and close them just like this. You don't need to worry about placing water because the creepers are going to wander off and fall into the water which is already down there, right? So that's nothing you need to worry about. Then just continue placing the trapdoors around these edges, just like so. Once you've done that, you can grab your carpets again, etc., etc. Basically, just repeat what you were doing before. Place in your carpets, spawn in your cat, then cover up the roof, and place in your trapdoors as well. I'm just not going to do that right now because I'm kind of lazy, but I think you guys get the idea. Of course, if you have any questions, leave those down in the comments. I'll be sure to answer them. Anyways, let's just quickly finish off this roof area over here. Then once you have finished off your roof, which I almost have, I'm not that fast. There we go, last few blocks. Once you've finished off your roof, you can think, you know what, do I want to have another layer? If your answer to that is yes, go ahead and build up another layer. Something I do want to mention though is that I recommend 2 to 3 layers. You see, because if you start building up a 4th, a 5th, and a 6th, and a 7th, that's not going to increase your rates by that much. If you only have one of these floors and then build up a second one, that's going to increase your rates drastically. If you build up a third one, that's also going to improve your rates really nicely. If you build up a 4th one, it's gonna be, it's gonna improve it a little bit, a 5th one a tiny bit, 6th even smaller, 7th even smaller. You get the idea. So if you want one with 23 floors, I don't really recommend that because that's not really going to improve the rates. So yeah, that's fine. Anyways, once you have decided what your roof is, so I just want 2 floors on here because I'm lazy. Remember, I can go back anytime I want when I'm more late game and then just build up an extra floor. It's that easy. Anyways, once you've decided what your roof is going to be, there's one really important step, and that is to grab some slabs and then to place those over the entire top of the roof, including this ledge that you probably have over here. Why, you may ask? Well, this is going to prevent mobs spawning from on top of the roof. So this during the daytime won't be a problem, but if you're going to go AFK overnight, then you definitely want to have slabs on here because that way mobs won't spawn on the top, which means there's going to be a bigger chance they're going to spawn right in the bottom in these layers of the farm, which means that you're going to get a lot more gunpowder from this farm, which you can use. Anyways, that's great. I've slabbed up my roof, not going to slab up the rest. again, because I'm lazy, then there's a few more things that you can do if you want. What I recommend is that you maybe build a tiny little house around the outside of this area. Just add in a door or something like that, so you can safely go AFK without getting killed by stuff like phantoms and other creepers and zombies and stuff like that. I do recommend that for sure. Anyways, just make sure you slabbed up your roof. For people in the comments, yes, you could probably also place torches, but that isn't entirely foolproof, so I just recommend placing some slabs. Anyways, once you've done all that, you're completely done. You've finished your farm, and you can go ahead and collect gunpowder. You want to go AFK, you don't want to stand over here. Why not? Because the experience points are going to be made in here, and if you're standing over here, you can't collect them. Then the experience points in there are going to accumulate and lag out your game. What you want to do is just stand in this corner or this corner over here. That's absolutely fine. Anyways, also, if you want to go AFK for a really long time, then I just recommend expanding your storage system. If you don't know how to do that, it's really simple. It's a bit hard for me because, of course, I'm in a flat world and I don't have a lot of space to work with, but you can just place an extra double chest, an extra hopper right over there, funneling into that chest, and all your materials will now be stored in both of these. Anyways, that's that. Of course, if you have any questions, make sure to leave those down in the comment section below. Anyways, guys, thank you ever so much for watching, and I hope to see you again in the next one. Bye-bye.